NewsNation's Rich McHugh and Ali Bradley both on the ground in Minneapolis. We'll get an update from Rich on the fraud investigation in just a moment. But let's start with Ali Bradley with the latest on these ICE operations. And Ali, more arrests announced today.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Nichole. More arrests, and these ones are specific to criminal illegal immigrants. We just learned from ICE that they have arrested at least 1,000 that have criminal history since this operation began at the end of November. So we have some of these exclusive arrest details to share with you today. ICE arresting 13 members of some of the world's most dangerous criminal gangs in Minnesota, which of course is a sanctuary jurisdiction. Now, the criminal illegal immigrants who are members of criminal gangs like MS-13, which has been designated as a terrorist organization, PISES, Oriental Boys, and more. They have extensive rap sheets that include homicide, sexual assault, and weapons crimes. These are some of the faces that you're looking at here on your screen. Now, ICE Director Todd Lyons saying of the arrest, quote, "We're finding that a significant number of the aliens we arrest, in addition to having serious criminal histories in the U.S. and abroad, are part of dangerous gangs that terrorize communities all over the nation." Protests, meanwhile, continued throughout the night last night here at the federal building, which is where we're standing. Chaos erupted after federal officials accused a female protester of strobing vehicles, which is illegal. They surged out, as you can see here. They deployed at least 4 flashbangs. They took that woman into custody, but she was actually released a short time later. One other protester was taken into custody in the skirmish. Now, what's really interesting here last night, Nichole, while we were at our hotel at about midnight, protesters showed up to the hotel that we were at as well, and they were actually setting off fireworks. They were using megaphones and loudspeakers and trying to make a lot of noise because their goal is to keep federal officers and agents from being able to sleep so that they can't go out and do these operations. So that's just a little bit of what we experienced last night, and you can see the protests behind me continue here at the federal building. A smaller group today, but it is extremely cold that it is going to impact how many people are out today, I would imagine, Nichole.
We know, Ali, that the state is now suing to block the deployment of additional federal officers, federal agents. Are they doing anything else to try to stop that enforcement surge?
Yeah, so later this afternoon, state and local lawmakers are actually holding a news conference. They're going to be talking about the ICE activity and the issues that are happening that they see as issues throughout their community. They're going to be announcing routine community briefings over Zoom in order to share updates, actions, and resources. This is interesting, too, because a judge this morning declined to issue a temporary restraining order against ICE, seeking further evidence before issuing a ruling. That's according to CBS News. Now, that lawsuit filed by Minnesota Attorney General looked to stop DHS from surging more resources to the area, but hundreds more have already arrived and more are coming, joining the 2,000 federal agents and officers already here. And Nichole, we also just got confirmation from DHS as well that the ICE officer who shot Renee Good, he actually suffered internal bleeding to his torso after he was hit in that altercation. So those are some new details that we're just learning here today as these protests continue at the federal building. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.